that does mean that that's going to be a very quick round number 4. So do you think that we may be able to get some of our players that are still playing to maybe scooch on over and give us a final round in the
There's
event?
definitely a chance. I think Kyle just motioned that he's going to go grab us a backup match. So
It's going to be Rakdos Demons, Izzet Phoenix. Don't have PTSD.
This definitely makes the matchup a lot more favorable for Frenchie. You're able to bring out a lot of the kind of awkward removal like Shieldred's Edict, and just basically save fatal pushes for Ledger Shredder, and then being able to have Torch the Tower, have Extinction Event for Crackling Drake, for Pyromancer and Elemental tokens, and also for Phoenix. So I think the difficult part in this matchup is going to be being able to have the right removal for the right kind of thing. Frenchie starting off with a turn 1 Thoughtseize.
Yeah, we end up seeing an Arclight Phoenix into the Flood Maw. We end up having, I believe that is an Opt. And is that another Opt underneath there? Or is that a
Consider?
That might be a Consider. It's one of those alternate art 1 mana cantrips, so.
I think it's a Consider.
And I'm assuming it needs to be either Consider or Sleight of Hand to be taken over the Opt there in those cases there. So just Thoughtseize being kept in here in game number 2. As you did mention, Eric, Ray is up 1-0, so Frenchie on the play in game number 2 here. Spire Bluff Canal and Pass is going to result in an Opt at end of Frenchie's turn as they just wind up playing a tap land of their own. Quick scry to the bottom and a draw 1 as Ray just untaps. And what we got? I already know that there's reactive cards aplenty in Ray's hand, so anything proactive is going to be coming off the top.
Yeah, it's going to be a little bit annoying for Frenchie to try and play around into the Flood Maw. Obviously, it's better that they're not playing directly into it. But, Spell Pierce for the Unholy Annex, that is a setback for sure. Into the Flood Maw being able to deal with any turn 3 slashers, any FOMOs, definitely is a really good trade mana-wise. So Frenchie knowing not to, GM stuff directly into it, or, putting the onus on Ray to be able to deal with it, I think is really important.
Yeah, most importantly, how important is that Unholy Annex here? That just got Spell Pierce.
That is super important, because it is one of the pure draw effects in the deck. Frenchie kind of in this case just wants to draw as many cards and to find as many different threats and answers for whatever Ray is doing. Proseidetic Memory coming down nice and early. One of the cards that is almost impossible for Frenchie to deal with.
Yeah.
Although the plus side is Frenchie is able to deal with all the creatures that Prof will be targeting.
That's very true. And as we saw last week, the Proseidetic Memory usually signals that the player is not on the Artist Talent version, most likely on the Ledger Shredder version of the deck. So that means that Ray probably has Crackling Drakes in the sideboard, and boom, there we go. Look at that. Crackling Drake hits the battlefield, and this is a big old threat that French is going to have to deal with. But most importantly right now, it's a very low power creature. There's still a counter on it from the Proseidetic Memory because it drew a card in and of itself from entering, but it's all by its lonesome, so Shieldred's Edict is very valid right now.
Yeah, let's see. The problem for Frenchie right now is being able to draw enough cards to try and find their interaction or their threats. Getting Unholy Annex answered so clean there. Oh, Unholy Annex 2 coming down into tapped out mana, very important here. Bloodletter also being able to drain Ray for 4 and gain Frenchie 2, very important. Wait, what? That's weird. Why did
Frenchie should be at 20 and Ray should be at 16. We have the life total on the pad being representing at 15 currently, but that may just wind up being maybe the Shivan Reef had to be activated for
there's a pain land. Yeah.
So always trust the players. That's what I'm kind of going with here.
Right, yeah. Crackling Drake is blue, red.
Yep.
So Shivan Reef had to tap for colored.
All right, so we do wind up having a Phoenix being put into the graveyard off of this Free the Fae. I did not, unfortunately, see what Ray wind up taking off of that, but looks like it is a 1 mana spell to follow this up, so a Consider now is being played, and we are currently 1 spell away from the Phoenix coming out to play.
Ooh, it can be anything. Oh, land for a turn. Ray
That's
just
a good
needs
start.
Oh, Ray's thinking. Wait, does he not have the 3rd spell? Ray's thinking real hard about this. Give us a moment, folks, while we shift Ray into
Treacherous
frame.
Cruise, alrighty.
Oh.
Yeah, Ray was thinking so hard that he unfortunately came out of our camera frame. So I was just reframing things a little bit.
Treasure Cruise is still one of the most powerful spells in Pioneer, not available in most other formats.
And most importantly, that's a ton of counters that are now going down. Even just going to be throwing down another op to get another counter on there. So Phoenix comes back. We are just going to wind up having the chump block coming in. There's 6 counters on that Crackling Drake, in addition to I don't know how many instants and sorceries we have exiled currently.
Oh no. Oh, Extinction Event! Oh my god, Frenchie draws way better than I do.
Extinction Event is huge. Not only is that going to wipe away both creatures because they're even mana cost, but it's going to exile them forever.
Yeah, Ray does have a full grip of cards here, but
He did cast a Treasure Cruise.
He did cast a Treasure Cruise, but not having any sort of board state here does mean that he has to try and rebuild from here, which is a little bit difficult. Another Free the Fade to try and get started. 4 cards off the top. What's he gonna use?
I mean, do I play another one?
Just means if I leave it up, you can just like unlock the other half.
It's got a whole bunch of cards here. Consider. Cross-eyed memory can't take that one.
Oh, I
And
think he was
land.
thinking about Spell Pierce again.
All right, second consider.
Okay.
There's a Phoenix in Ray's hand. Maybe looking at a way to potentially drop that into the graveyard right now, but you could just wind up playing Picklock Prankster, picking up the counter from the Proseidetic memory.
Yeah,
Looks like that's what I have to do.
Yep. Even just that is pretty sick. It does present a clock, and it does present a pretty big blocker for most of what Frenchie's deck is able to dish out here.
It's the same size as a Bloodletter of Aclazotz.
Yeah.
It's not the same size as a 6/6 demon, though.
Oh, there's the demon. Frenchie not having another play. Oh, lots of use. I think. Oh my God, double Phoenix.
Is that Phoenix a braid?
Oh my
If you want
God.
to spend you can spend
Double a braid is a way to answer a 6/6 demon.
Taking the Brazen Borrower.
end step. Drain 20. You're at
Wrong button.
13.
20 for Frenchie here at end step as Unholy Annex triggers because of the demon in play. So Ray is going to go to 13. Frenchie gains 2, draws a card. Now Ray, we know he has double upgrade in
Does
him.
he want to spend 4 mana to deal with the demon now is the question.
Knowing that it's a braid, Phoenix, you can't do Phoenix and double a braid this turn. If you have a card draw spell, you're probably playing a 1 mana cantrip, putting a counter on your Picklock Prankster, and then a braid.
Although Ray has 6 mana right now, right? He could just hardcast Phoenix and swing in and see if Frenchie wants to block or not.
That's true. Just only swimming with the Phoenix would potentially offer a trade with the Abrade.
Yeah,
And it gets a Phoenix in the graveyard for later.
It does get a Phoenix in the graveyard. Oh, casting the Prankster. Okay.
Okay, maybe Ray is now looking at, okay, if I wind up drawing 1 additional spell or something, a card draw spell, I could put counters on my Phoenix, I could spread the counters out on the Picklock Pranksters, and then again play with these double Abrades, both being available next turn. But
Ooh.
Bloodletter of Aclazotz is going to speed this clock up a lot.
Fable.
Yeah, Fable the Mirror Breaker as well.
Enchantments for days. Bloodletter of Aclazotz speeding up Frenchie's clock here. Ray is completely tapped out. Didn't swing, but Bloodletter upping that life drain to 4 instead, putting Ray to 9. So I think Ray has to come up with something this turn. Otherwise,
Yeah, I think Ray just said a big Drake.
there's
And
another Drake.
that is definitely something that will trade with the demon. That'll trade with the actually profitably attacks into or blocks the Bloodletter of Aclazotz and the Goblin Shaman token. So we get a quick card draw off of that. That is going to give us at least 1 for Proseidetic Memory so far this turn.
Yeah, Frenchie's counting the instants and sorceries and exiling graveyard for us, so we know exactly how big this Drake is. 12 power Drake.
12-4. And that is before putting a counter on it with Proseidetic Memory.
Yeah, the problem with Ray's current decision-making process, I think, is that it's going to be a little bit hard to justify holding back and not swinging this turn because Frenchie. Right as I said that.
Well, it did. So,
Because,
I mean, complete your thought. What was the thought process of not holding back and swinging?
Well, because one Bloodletter on the field right now, no matter what, living to the end of the turn is already 4 damage, no matter what. Another Bloodletter actually just puts Ray to 1.
That's dangerous.
Yeah, so Frenchie's able to get in for any bit of chip damage. That is actually just the game.
And if you're not using the 4 mana to just do anything, I guess you're holding up your double abrade, right? So you don't want to cast your other Arclight Phoenix. You're not trying to go wide at this point. And
Yeah.
Frenchie getting aggressive here. I mean, this forces a block. Otherwise, you're dead, right?
Yeah, because the thing is also, I think it's fine. It is.
Oh, makes the treasure, gets rid of the giant blocker.
Oh, that was sick. Yeah, like I was saying, this forces Ray to have to make bad blocks and trade stuff because at 22 life, Frenchie is very, very safe.
Oof, Frenchie just had everything there. We have a Torch the Tower, Exile the Phoenix as well. And are these declared blocks, or is this before Ray's actually blocking?
This is all before blocks, I believe. This is still off of attackers declared, and right after the oh my god, Torch the Tower number 2 coming out as well, taking care of the big clock. Ray's not gonna die this turn, but Ray is gonna go to 5.
I'll just double braid the Blodletter.
Okay.
All right, so Ray is getting an opportunity to get rid of the Blodletter of Aclazotz. So is going to do that before end step. So Frenchie is going to go to 24, but Ray is only going to go down to 7. But Ray lost his whole board there. Double Phoenix, go! Not dead yet.
Not dead yet.
Maybe next turn.
Frenchie flipping a Fable, getting to filter with Fable. Let's see what the 2 cards in hand are. Are they good enough to keep?
Oh yeah, we still have this chapter 2 from the other Fable that can happen here.
Yep. Oh. Channeling Takanuma with trigger on stack. Ooh.
Gets back the Blodletter of Aclazotz. Okay, looks like just declined to do anything with that second Fable. Maybe forgot that it existed. But at this point in time now, we have the Blodletter of Aclazotz, so you have to double block here, because the Bloodletter is just lethal with this Unholy Annex if you don't.
Yep. Putting Ray to 3. Frenchie going to 26.
I think this is going to game 3, Eric.
Yeah, this might be it here. Oh, last ditch effort opt.
All right, what do we got?
Wait.
We have prosthetic memory. Probably not going to create a board that can help us survive here. Definitely not going to kill our opponent.
Ooh, sleight of hand. Okay.
All right.
Ray's still digging.
Finds Treasure Cruise.
Oh, okay. Wait.
All right, what do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 get delved away. 4 counters here on the prosthetic memory. Ray needs to find a way to get rid of the Blodletter of Aclazotz and get rid of either the demon or the reflection of Kikijiki. Otherwise, he's just dead.
He's getting back, what, 3 Phoenixes this turn?
He has to produce a blocker.
Oh no, I exiled 2 because
And so there are 2 Phoenixes, though.
Yeah, there's still 2 Phoenixes.
So-
Ray is able to bring them back, but 5 open and
You're not going to be able to
3
put these
cards in
counters on the
hand.
Phoenix either, which is unfortunate.
yeah.
Oh, we do have artist talent. All right.
Artist talent is here.
I
But
know-
I think, wait, what's Ray's plan? Because all Frenchie has to do is pass turn and then Ray's dead.
Say Ray, maybe a lightning axe in hand? Maybe hoping that's the line that Frenchie takes? Oh,
Oh,
well,
no, dead, very dead. Because the thing is, reflection makes another one.
oh. All right, we have 3 Blodletter of Aclazotzes.
Go to
That's-
end step.
That,
Take 16.
sort of like bouncing.
Die.
that is a Blodletter of Acla, lots of them. That's going to be Frenchie, evening things up. 1-1 apiece. All right, so we got a fast round 4 from Kyle and Brandon, but that gave us enough time to go on over to a deciding game 3 between Ray and Frenchie to see who winds up getting first place here at Super Pioneer Tuesday.
You're all here for Super Pioneer, but you didn't know this was Super Duper Pioneer. This is round 4.5 of 4.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, we very rarely wind up having extra matches that we get to kind of move on over to the feature match area, but as we kind of evolved our setup and gotten a lot more people involved just with the casting crew, the setup crew, and everything, people are a lot more open to helping out, sussing out matches, finding people that do want to hop onto stream even if they're playing. Kyle, while he is playing, is also helping run the events a lot of the times too, so he knows exactly who can have lined up as a backup match if we need it or if we have time. And it's giving us great action, Eric.
Yeah, definitely. Rather than having, to end the stream 30, 35 minutes early, we now have another match for y'all to enjoy here.
Yeah, I'm sure my wife appreciates the fact that I'm out here an extra hour. Or so.
Don't worry about it. It's not an extra hour. It was the hour that you were meant to be.
That's true. I didn't leave early. I'm leaving on time because of this. But
Yes.
shout out to my wife who knows that every single Tuesday is basically Magic Day and that's it. So has other plans.
I mean, she knew what she was getting into when she married you, right?
You've seen my playmat. But so this is interesting though because Frenchie, very like resident player to card art, very very local.
Yep.
Came into the store, wound up grinding the RCQ circuit along with you, Kyle, a bunch of other people, Brian Dang, a bunch of players, Tin Fang, Matt Zhu, everybody who is grinding in the area, qualified for the last Pioneer RC in Washington, D.C. Day 2'd with this Rakdos Demons deck when it was just a brandy new thing and didn't have the FOMOs in it. Sussed out some things. I think went 9-5 or 8-6 at the event overall on day 2. Unfortunately, did not cash out. Comes back to the store, refines the deck, helps cast, lets other people play the deck, kind of gets it out there and all over the place, makes content on their YouTube channel as well, underneath their name up there at Hermes the Nerd. So kind of like local success story coming out from the store here, specifically in Pioneer. And then Ray, who I was just talking to a little bit earlier, second week at the store, loves the fact that he could come down and play Pioneer. Loner deck, playing the loner deck from the store, which I guess now has artist talents in it, which it didn't last week. But playing the loner deck, Izzet Phoenix deck from the store, comes on down, loves the fact that there's a Pioneer community, drove basically an hour in traffic coming up from like upper like what is the area up there? Like
East Bay.
The East Bay kind of area, more like Fremont kind of area, like Hayward type area, right? So with traffic, normally that's like a 30-ish minute drive in and of itself. With traffic, especially after a work day, you're looking at coming in, like an hour plus. You know about that.
Every week.
But still, coming down to the store, second time in the store, second time on stream, having a blast, and coming down for Super Pioneer, potentially walking away first place.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice to hear about, right? Ultimately, we do this for fun, for our players, to help out the store a little bit, but it's just kind of warms your heart to hear people like, oh yeah, I saw the stream, I thought it looked really fun, I was like in the area or I'm local, and I just wanted to come and come play some Magic, and we're like, yes, this is what the stream is about, ladies and gentlemen.
Or the one awesome time where it was, hey, I'm visiting from London.
Yeah, we are
That was
international.
cool. Shout out to you. That was awesome. Still have him on Discord too. So hopefully he gets to come back into the area soon.
Yeah,
Their wife or fiance, their fiance actually lives locally. So probably see them around the holidays. That'd be pretty cool.
Here's hoping.
But yeah, come on down, join the Pioneer community, and join game number 3 as Frenchie on the draw plays Duress on turn number 1 and sees a handful of spells, including 2 that look really juicy. Double Treasure Cruise, Sleight of Hand. This is just a plethora of every single card draw spell in the Phoenix deck.
Well, it's got to be the Treasure Cruise here, I think.
I mean, you're not taking one of the 1-mana cantrips. You're casting that at end of turn here. Sure, discarding a Treasure Cruise enables the other Treasure Cruise, but if you have a second piece of hand disruption, Frenchie could just rip that next turn and strand them on only cantrips.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, Ray did not... Actually, now I'm kind of curious. Are there Ledger Shredders in this list?
Maybe not. Maybe we wind up having the artist talents be the solid upgrade here, as we see Free the Fae on end step here from Frenchie as they play a tapped land on turn 2, unfortunately. Another Sleight of Hand, another Picklock Prankster. It looks like that was a Fiery Impulse and an Opt that go down into the graveyard. Ray untaps for turn. We're dangerously close to Treasure Cruise territory here. We have a Consider in hand. We can play Consider. We can drop a card into our graveyard, and we can cruise for 1.
I'm just thinking really hard. I don't think they have a third land drop here. Consider, binning a Consider.
Treasure Cruise.
We are in Treasure Cruise range?
There we go. This is everything but the Phoenix from the Phoenix deck.
Oh, there's the land drop.
But we don't find action. So we are just going to wind up passing the turn. We do have Sleight of Hand in hand. We know that one is there from the Duress that Frenchie had on turn number 1.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Spell Pierce in hand as well. Frenchie jamming the Unstoppable Slasher, not a non-creature.
All right, so Unstoppable Slasher hits the battlefield for the first time on camera in this match. And this is going to be a very big threat that Ray is going to have to answer eventually. We did see that he had Into the Floodmaws to help kind of deal with this and bounce it back and forth for a little while.
Yep.
But removal spells are not going to be a way to keep this one down for forever.
Yeah, unfortunately, you do have to try and hit it twice here. And with Ray's current graveyard situation, Fiery Impulse actually does not get there right now.
We have the Unstoppable Slasher. We did not play the other Picklock Prankster, by the way. We are now playing
There's
Free
a
the Fae
Phoenix.
here.
Treasure Cruise.
Treasure Cruise. We've been a Phoenix, and Ray's just going to go down to 9.
9.
All right, doesn't have an answer to the Slasher quite yet. Instead, looking to develop his board state, saying, I'm not dead yet unless you play Bloodletter of Aclazotz, which is not happening.
There we go.
All right.
All right, Ray has one turn to find something.
He's got Double Blocker available on an adventure over there.
That's true, that's true.
But now Ray needs to find a way to chain spells for this Phoenix, starting with that sleight of hand that we knew about from turn 1. Looks at 2, Prosoditic Memory, and Consider. Now, Prosoditic Memory, very powerful card, but not an instant or sorcery.
Yeah, does not trigger Phoenix, unfortunately. Thank God for the rest of us.
Did not get a chance to see what Ray actually took there because I was giggling a little too hard and my cheeks made my eyes close. But see what Ray winds up doing here. If he's tapping 2 mana, it's probably Picklock Prankster. Tapping 1 mana, it's Consider.
Okay, okay.
Ooh, Artist Talent. That's also not an instant or sorcery. He wins that one.
Ray's trying really hard to chain this together. The funny thing is, like, if
found
Ray
it.
has another Spell Pierce in hand.
Okay, we knew about that Treasure Cruise, though.
Yeah, that was the original.
Oh, and we have it at the just 1 mana here. All right, so take that Artist Talent off the screen. We don't need to worry about that one anymore. Treasure Cruise is back in town. That's our 3rd Treasure Cruise, by the way, because we had 1 Duress away. We played 1 earlier. Then we have this one. Now the Arclight Phoenix comes down, and
Phoenix in here. Oh, I think I see it Into the Floodmaw in hand, too. Ray's hand is suitably interactive for the upcoming turn. As he's like, oh, Torch the Tower for the Phoenix.
Torch the Tower. That's the way to get rid of that Phoenix for forever.
Ooh.
And boom, after all of that, Ray is left with 3 tap mana.
Combat.
Yeah, I guess Ray... Oh, Ray has another Artist Talent in hand.
Okay, that makes binning the
think-
first one not that bad.
I don't think he has another Spell Pierce, because I would have used it to save the Phoenix there.
Get a 7 then.
All right, Ray really considering this Unstoppable Slasher swing.
Yeah.
He's going to take it. He goes down
Oh,
to,
he goes to
down
3.
to 3. This is dangerous if there's like an Unholy Annex or something. But no, Frenchie's going to pass the turn.
Oh, Frenchie's on 2 cards in hand? 3 cards in hand? Frenchie doesn't have a ton of ammunition here either. Into the Flood while bouncing the Slasher. That does buy 2 turns for Ray, assuming no other threats.
Funnily enough, basically the same amount of turns if he just killed it and put stun counters on it.
Yeah, basically.
All right, there's the Artist Talent.
Talent is here.
This is a card that Frenchie told you to look out for, too.
Yeah, card is insane, actually. When you turn everything you cast in your deck just into a rummage. Kind of sick. Oh,
Ooh, Prosoditic Memory is not instant or sorcery, but it does trigger Artist Talent to discard a Phoenix now for Ray.
yeah. Unfortunately, Ray will not be able to bring that Phoenix back this turn because both Artist Talent and Props are not instants or sorceries.
Man, Pros and Artist Talent go hard together now, don't they?
They really do, because triggering one lets you draw a card that gets you more counters for Prof, and then, oh, Thoughtseize coming out. Oh,
okay,
responsive Thoughtseize, bouncing the Unstoppable Slasher again. So, Picklock Prankster, Opt, and I can't tell what
Consider.
is that considered? Okay.
That's that alternate art one that we keep seeing floating around for a little bit.
Ah, yes. It's probably going to be Picklock Prankster here, I assume.
It is the one that looks at the most cards and finds another spell. So if you don't take the Picklock Prankster, you take the Picklock Prankster, you're hoping that the Ray doesn't naturally draw into another cantrip. If you don't
Yeah.
take the Picklock Prankster, you're basically signaling, okay, I don't care if you pop off.
Yeah, I mean, Ray's still at 3 life, you know. A strong breeze will probably knock him over at this point.
All right. Op number 1. We have a Phoenix has been exiled, so we don't have that in our graveyard, but we have a counter on Profs. We have a sleight of hand 2. That does not draw a card. Ooh, Brazen Borrower and Lightning Axe?
Artist Talent is a May, right?
That is a great question. It is a May, so you
Okay.
can miss your Artist Talent triggers.
Because I was like, I don't think Ray's doing this Artist Talent thing. It might be intentional, but
It might be because Ray only had 2 cards in hand.
yeah.
So if you play 1, you have to discard a card down to 0 and then draw a card. So missing quote unquote these Artist Talent triggers is most likely intentional at this point.
Yep. Picklock Prankster.
Fatal
getting
Push.
Pushed off a cliff somehow.
I don't understand how all these creatures with wings keep dying by flying off of cliffs.
Well, you know, you rip the wings off first, right?
Oh, is that what you just push so hard that the wings fly off?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's like when you get hit with a fly swatter, right? Just whoosh.
We had different childhoods. We see Unstoppable Slasher coming back. Brazen Borrower is going to bounce that one, and Ray's got enough creatures on an adventure to make a D&D group right now.
Oh man, double Brazen Borrower. Good thing about Borrower having flash. Ray's able to bluff whatever's in his hand right now.
Yeah, and then it's a 3-1. Starts gathering counters from prosthetic memory. That's pretty powerful, but it can only block flying creatures.
Frenchie's been having a rough time. This slasher has gone back to hand 3 times now.
Frenchie looks like they're flooding out a little bit too. Had hand disruption, removal, and slasher, and that's basically it besides lands.
Yeah, it was a little bit rough too because the land was Takanuma, but not enough mana to both slasher and Takanuma in the same turn. Oh, but Archfiend of the Dross.
It's pretty good.
Presenting a very strong blocker and a board state, honestly.
Oh, we have another Brazen Borrower in hand for Ray.
Oh my god.
Are we just gonna bounce end of turn, flash in another Brazen Borrower?
I
We
thought
do
this was
double
Izzet
flashing?
Phoenix, not Izzet Borrower. What?
No. Is it Phoenix? I think is it fairies at this point? I think if you called it is it fairies, a lot of people would be excited about that list.
Yeah.
I'm a little sad that I had the card up on Frenchie's face for that. Ooh, Fatal Push though. We did wind up having Revolt triggered because of that. So
Okay.
Ray, one Brazen Borrower down, 2 to go.
2 to go.
And that is the sideboard pivot that we see from these Phoenix decks. Is way more Brazen Borrowers when you have the Artist Talent side.
Yes.
Way less Crackling Drakes and normally no Young Pyromancers then, I think is the big changes in the sideboard.
That makes sense. Young Pyromancer unfortunately does die to a lot of the sideboard options in the meta right now. Let's see if Ray has any more interaction to deal with this Archfiend. Oh, just playing the Brazen Bar. Going to next turn.
All right, we have a card draw spell, or is that is a consider?
I thought
correct,
this to
yeah.
consider.
So we have a card draw spell that will give us a counter from profs. We can use that to trigger our Artist Talent. That will give us another counter from profs.
Artist Talent 2.
Oh, Electric Boogaloo.
Trigger, discard the consider. Draw a card.
I can keep track of it. You just go through your motions.
Odawara. Boing.
Is it Phoenix? Is it Fairies? Is it Bounce Spell Tribal?
Just so many bounce spells coming out from Ray, stabilizing at 3, putting things in the skies. Fatal Push. Fatal Push again, clipping the wings. Fly Swatter comes on in, but Ray going to be attacking for I think the first time this game successfully. 3 damage to
Yeah.
Frenchie, 2 to themselves because of the Thoughtseize.
Okay, Ray is tapped out.
Oh, but now we're also
Frenchie can double spell here.
yeah, we're in double spell territory finally for Frenchie. So Archfiend, Slasher, pass the turn. What has Ray got? He's gone through so much of his deck already. I wouldn't be surprised if we start seeing a library count from Frenchie. See how many cards Ray has left, especially when we have these Artist Talent triggers.
Yeah. Opt, okay. Trigger, discard another consider, discard a land. 2 trigger, 2 counters there.
And we're out of Picklock Pranksters. So we're out of Vigilant Blockers.
Yeah, so if Ray's not able to attack in real... I mean, Ray needs to find another blocker or some sort of interaction here.
I mean, what winds up happening, too, is you have to wind up putting counters on your Brazen Borrower, and the Brazen Borrowers cannot block the Unstoppable Slasher.
Yeah. Actually, they can block flying, right? So
They can only block
the
flying, yeah.
Archfiend.
So Slasher's just lethal right now.
Yeah.
All right, Treasure
Treasure
Cruise. Oh, that's
Cruise.
so many counters. But all right, so we've been through 3 Brazen Borrowers. We've been through at least 2, if not 3 Phoenixes. We've been through 3, I think it was 3 Picklock Pranksters. Are we just literally on Crackling Drake? Oh, we drew the Crackling Drake too. Drake is the last potential blocker for this,
Oh my
this
God.
unstoppable slasher besides Picklock Prankster number 4.
Wait, this is crazy.
Wait, is he? He's not playing the Drake. He discards
He
the
discards
Drake.
the Drake.
He discards the Phoenix.
Oh my God. Wait. As we're going through this, I hear Brandon Chen screaming in the back. Oh my God, there's single-digit cards left in
That's
the
his
deck.
library. That's not a hand.
Oh my God.
How many? All right, so we currently have 10 cross-eidetic memory counters that can be moved over to a Brazen Borrower. That will trade with the Archfiend.
I mean,
That'll also leave. No, Ray will be dead because the Slasher has Death Touch.
yeah.
If Frenchie just doesn't do anything, this Archfiend the draws with block will be lethal.
Yeah, because... Oh my God, wait, because all the counters on Brazen Borrow only makes it 13. That is not lethal. But, oh, wait, but there's 2 Phoenixes in the yard.
Are we really are we digging for like into the Flood Maw? We Flood Maw, we bounce the Archfiend to the draws, and then we fly in for the win. All right, this is oh. All right, we have Lightning Axe. Double Lightning Axe! This gets rid of the... He does it!
See this?
That is... Oh my God. There are 2 cards left in the library.
Find everything.
Ray on the verge of tacking himself out, man. Let's just get there.